If you don't want to do it for yourself, at least do it for me. Do it for your higher power. Show up kuma-spiritual practices esiwenzayo ku-YouTube. Show up. Why I'm so concerned is because I know what did this thing do to me. Mina evolved in front of people. I never went somewhere else and come back changed. I evolved in front of them. I was passionate and I immersed myself into spiritual practices. I balanced my chakras. I did pranayama and other stuffs. It wasn't easy, but I'm living a fulfilling life. I'm not that kind of person who have to worry what is going to happen, when and how. The level of consciousness has been elevated. Things are just happening. There's nothing that is more than fulfillment in your life. The external validations, attachments, and material success, those things they follow after. They are not the subject of the formula. But at least your spiritual body needs to be enhanced. You gotta have that turbocharger, because you can do and plan with your mind, but you find out that other things, they don't play out well because there are other forces somewhere on a spiritual domain. You need to have a backup. Be spiritually aligned. Ngalesi sikhathi ubingelelo changes akasha othi kungenzeka noma yini noma inini noma kanjani kunoma ubani, ngoba impilo ayisiyona lento ocabanga ukuthi iyona. Possibilities are infinite in the universe. Your own consciousness is your limited. Kude lapho esisuka khona futhi kukude lapho esiya khona. Beka phansi umoya, ungatatazeli, uyabona. Good people, be consistent. At least prove me wrong then. Just be consistent. Come to spiritual practices. I will even suggest and advise that you do it on your own as well. You try to keep these steps that we do there on YouTube, our spiritual practices. You keep them in your mind. You rehearse them. You see, we do it together on Monday and Thursdays at 7 p.m. and then you carry on doing it alone as well. So it's just a mixture of us, you, and until it's part of your lifestyle. When it's part of your lifestyle, it will feel so odd and wrong not to do it, because you will see the magic that it does to you. Well, I cannot stop doing that because I don't want the magic to stop. I want the magic to carry on, to go on and on and on and on, because I know once I stop at least for 3 days, I know what is going to come. I know things are going to be in a state of entropy. You see? So at least do it for me. Do it for your higher power. If you don't want to do it for yourself, because maybe you are too busy chasing the paper, doing all these kinds of things. But what you have to know, things are spiritual. That is where they start. That is where the reality, the physical reality, is a derivative for a spiritual a power in spiritual domain. That is where everything starts. How can you make sure that out of 200 CVs, it is yours that is taken seriously, where else others also possess the very same efficacy you possess? How can you make sure that that happens? How can you make sure that you have those serendipities of being in the right place at the right time? How can you calculate? How can you use your mind to make sure that those things happen? How can you make sure that everything that is happening somewhere else in the world, it doesn't affect you the way it affects other people? How can you make sure that things are well taken care of? Your children, your parents, whoever, they are well taken care of, and then we are assigning the power, because this thing is taking care of your reality, because it's spirituality. If you are talking about spirituality just is so vast. It don't have to do with you being materially successful. That's not the subject of the matter. You being spiritually materially successful, doing this and that. It's all about fulfilling life and being in a spiritual alignment. The reality in front of you will disintegrate. Because everything that is happening to you is happening for you. It's yours for you to observe. It's really not happening to you, but at least it's part of your reality. Seeing someone being involved in the car accident in front of you, you may think that it has to do with that person who is a part of an accident, but it has something to do with you, because you are the one who saw that. The universe knows you. The universe knows you. That is a message to you. Why did you see that? You are the one who saw it. The characters that are part of that scene, they are just characters, and it's their own reality, and you have nothing to do with their own reality. Yours is that you have seen it, and it is directed to you. The thing could be, why did I see this? What message is being portrayed, or what message am I being told here? So it's just those things, guys. There are things that we cannot control through our minds. There are things that we can never ever get a full control over through our minds, because the mind is just a frequency modulator that is taking things from the spiritual dimension and spiritual domain, transmuting them and populating the reality for you. But now it happens because on a spiritual domain, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. You can download a wrong signal from the spiritual domain, and then you manifest it on the physical domain. Just to make sure that you don't download the wrong signal, someone just feels to just have a very strange feeling of doing something that is out of line. He knows exactly that I am faithful to my partner, I'm a good guy, but all of a sudden it's terrible doing something that is very strange and that may not end well just comes. Why? We are downloading from the wrong signal now. We are downloading the wrong signal from the wrong host now. We are not spiritually guided. We are not enhanced. We are not in line. We are out of line. Uma ukuthi ngekwazi ukuzisiza wena, siza mina ke, sizi universe, sizi higher power. At least ukuze sikwazi phela ukuthi silekelelane. Yeah, maybe I'm not for you because I'm not here for everyone, but I'm here for those selected individuals. But how would you know that I'm not for you? I'm not the one who has been assigned to change your life. How are you going to know without you trying, at least? Because people can try all sorts of things that are really unnecessary for their upliftment. They can try it, they can give it a try, but when it comes to something that is very concrete, they don't want to give it a try. They just abort the process prematurely. They don't even get to the finishing line to make a concrete resolution that this thing did not work for me. At least people can be in the church for decades, but nothing really changes, or nothing really happening that is in line with what they are having in their mind. But at least they are still there, and they are hoping and praying that things at some point things are going to change. But at least 3 months, at least 3 months here doing these practices consistently, and then you see what happens. You change your mind. You don't dwell on negativity. You just tweak here and there, the way of eating, your diet, you exercise here and there. You're just trying, and you leave those things that you see that are not part of where you want to go. You see, and then you become better and better and better. I beg you. There is a lot.